Last year, I made a video titled Destruction Allstars, the worst PS5 launch title. And obviously, it was very, very well received. And to be fair, I was a bit of a dick in that video. I called a game that didn't even have a proper gameplay video out for it a heaping pile of trash. So the response from the community, totally understandable. But I was 100% correct in my assessment. Today, I'd like to revisit Destruction Allstars now that it's been released for about a month and compare my video to how the game actually did upon release and compare to where it's at now. Let's summarize my previous video into a few bullet point issues I have with the game pre-release. Number 1, the game was supposed to be a PS5 exclusive launch title. Yet, a few months from release, we had zero information about the game. We didn't have any info on game modes, characters, etc. This criticism ended up being very valid, as the game was delayed, and even after a delay of 4 to 5 months, we didn't get much info on this game until a few weeks prior to release. They clearly were not ready to release this game, and you could even argue that even today, in March, over a month after the game has released, they still are not ready to release this game. It severely lacked content on its release. It severely lacks content now. I don't even want to know what it would have looked like in November had it actually been a launch title. I also stated that the developer has never really made a good game, and while that's really mean to say, I don't think anyone is really creaming their pants over this list of games created by Lucid Games, who is the developer of Destruction Allstars. So yeah, the developers, while they seem like a good bunch of guys, honestly, this lineup of games with Destruction Allstars included just isn't good, and I stand by this. My last point in the video was that I said the game didn't look like it should be priced at $70. And, well, as it turns out, the developers agreed with me, or maybe Sony did, as it was a platform exclusive. They ended up pricing the game at the whopping cost of free with a PlayStation Plus subscription and $20 once it is no longer on a PlayStation Plus. While I may have deserved backlash for the way I trashed a game that wasn't even released yet, I've been playing games and following the games industry literally my entire life. I genuinely felt like the writing was on the wall with this game, and now that we're getting into the game's life cycle, I do feel like I was pretty on point with that video, even though it was months and months before the release. Speaking of life cycle, I don't think I've ever seen a game speedrun death quite like Destruction Allstars did. This video is primarily opinion based. I'm sure there's some lunatic out there who's still playing the game 12 hours a day and loving it. And that's fine, but this game is dead, dude. It is so dead. Twitch isn't a perfect metric of how a game is doing, but man, how can a new, free, multiplayer game have practically 0 viewers this fast? I've never seen it happen. It's so fast. Let's take a look at Google Trends, which tracks how often a certain term is searched and discussed online. I mean, dude, what a nosedive. Common sense might be telling you, well, duh, of course it's going to be trending more upon release. While that's totally rational and true, let's compare some other titles. I'll pick Demon Souls, as it was also a PS5 launch title. Rocket League, also free on PlayStation Plus and cost $20 until recently going free to play. And lastly, I will include Bug Snacks, as it was also a PS5 launch title and also included on PlayStation Plus. So those are the most comparable games I could think of in 2021 to really compare the launch of this game to some of the competitors it had to deal with. As you can see, even though the spike of popularity for these games is always the biggest on launch, the 3 other games have more life in them currently if you check the trends, and Destruction Allstars is the newest of these games. I mean, really, no one cares about it. It's only March 11th at the time of me recording this, and the game hasn't even been out for 2 months yet, and it's dead, just done for. Let's check out everyone's favorite website with the coolest katana wielding gentleman, Reddit. So this is actually inside of the Reddit thread for the new patch for Destruction Allstars that went live today. They added a 8v8 version of Mayhem and some new skins, like I said, which is pretty cool. So these people are arguing about the semantics of the game type, which is fine, but literally the next most upvoted thing in this post says, I tried to find people streaming this game on Twitch and it only had 12 viewers the other day. I have it in my library, but I never downloaded it. Is it worth playing? Let me just read a couple responses here. It's fun here and there. The adaptive triggers are pretty cool. It just needs more modes and stuff. The foundation is good. It just needs more add-ons. So basically, the game doesn't have enough content to be released. I agree. It's fun to pick up and play for a match or two, but it's not a game I can play for more than 5 matches before I want to play something else. Also agree. I played it for about 30 minutes, then deleted it. You made it about 10 minutes longer than I did. I only played the awful tutorial and then uninstalled. So I mean, and it just keeps going. Like the next most upvoted thing is it fun yet? It's like, yeah, man, this game, like, really, I wish this was just Twisted Metal. Like, I'm not alone here. Nobody likes this game, and that's why nobody's watching it on Twitch and nobody's viewing it anywhere. I mean, I'm sorry, but this game, it just sucks. All right. I'm going to stop destroying this game. It's already dead. No reason to keep burying it. I really wanted this game to be good. I love competitive multiplayer games. It's what I play the most out of any genre at all is competitive multiplayer. I thought this was going to be like online competitive multiplayer Twisted Metal. Thought it was going to be awesome. And that's not what we got. That's not the world we live in. And it sucks. Sucks really bad, dude. So, should you buy Destruction Allstars? Well, it's free. Go ahead and try it. See if you can even find enough players to get in a match. But when it becomes $20, absolutely not. Go buy a dildo or something. It'll keep your attention for longer. All right, that's it. See ya.